I don't know if you guys have seen this before. I did not make this. This is not my own construction. This is a prefab that's in the game, and they update it as the game updates. So if you go in here, block sets, it's this big thing right here. Oh, you can't see it because of my face. You go into the game, assets, block sets, block set, currently number 8. You guys voted on the last poll, you said block sets, and so here we are with all of the block sets. There's obviously a ton of these, but this is the section that we're focusing on right here, the work in progress, and then a couple of the ones right over here as well. Because there are some of these furniture sets that are also kind of not used anywhere. But since we've talked about this so many times, this really stood out to me. The fact that they've lined up all of these different statues with the block sets. And then I was like, why haven't we, like, ever looked at this before? I never thought to think that the statues would be lined up like this. They don't have the one that we were talking about like a couple weeks ago, though. They don't have the big snake one. No big snake statue. But they do have like this one lined up with these overgrown furniture sets, which is really cool to see. A little bit of a plan. But what I really want to do, before I really get into any of it, I want to take a quick second to set up some sort of like zone situation over here. Okay, perfect. Our beautiful zones. As we go through, I'm going to try to make my best guess about where all of these are going to end up. This is one of the ones that somebody brought up in the comments. This is the royal, yeah, the royal set that obviously does not spawn anywhere in the game at the moment. And I was thinking, like, how in the world are you supposed to figure out where these things go? It's the wood. It's the wood type, obviously. Also, this is in the wrong... That's in the wrong place. But I'm thinking, if we take this over here, we should be able to just kind of, like, color match. And try to figure out where this would eventually go. Do we think blue fig? I'm honestly thinking over here. Do you see? Do you see what I'm seeing? I'm thinking amber, which would place this, I believe, inside of zone 1. What should we take to represent this? I have no idea how they intend to use this set. I'm not gonna lie, it looks more like a creative mode set to me at the moment than like a fitting into the rest of the game set, like in adventure mode or exploration mode. But I do like it. Some of the other ones I think like are legitimately gonna go with a specific faction, but I believe currently the only way to find any amber is in zone 1. But yeah, I think definitely that's an amberwood set. This little bug used to be, I don't remember which Scarrick set it was in, but it's one of those little eggs, and it's just been sitting here too long, and so he hatched. So now one of the blocks is loose and wandering around. Then obviously we have the ice set. This one's, I mean, the ice logs, right? It's gonna line up with the ice logs. What do I want to take here? I guess we're doing chairs, but I would bet you money these are gonna go to in the same region together. These kind of give me similar vibes. Like, they're both very fancy. They're both very, very prestigious, royal. But I don't know. They are, like, a little bit of a challenge for me to fully imagine what they're going to be. At least, like, with what we have currently in the game. Zone 1 at the moment seems very rundown and rough compared to Zone 4, where you see more rich people. Interesting. I think that is kind of true. Well, at this point in time, right? Because, like, if you go back far enough, you get all the night prefabs, the places where they used to live, seem to just be in zone 1 right now. So they used to get fancy, right? But not anymore. Not anymore. I'm gonna bet, though, these things right here... You know what? I'm getting ahead of myself. And I'm gonna take it one bit at a time. We'll get there. Okay, we got Quebec, we got the Wind People... Outlander, Overgrown. This is also a Zone 1 situation. I've not seen that many of these. It's definitely a Zone 1 thing, though. But the funky thing about this is that, like, it constantly have these wind motifs. It's the iconography from the Farrens have a similar thing. I assume Zone 1 people are probably farmers and animal husbandry related. I mean, that makes sense, yeah. Although, who knows if we had people like that at one point in time in Zone 4. Actually, we did, no, because we have farm prefabs there too. We have little farm towns in Zone 4. And like all the burnt wheat and everything. So yeah, I would bet, yeah. Zone 1. But I'd also bet they had that in Zone 4 too. But yeah, these ones have a lot of the wind people motifs on them, which is kind of funky because clearly Zone 1 vibes here with like the moss and the roots and everything. Like there's no chance it's anywhere else. But they place this statue along with this block set, which I found really interesting because we've done a bunch of talking about this one before and like who it might belong to. I don't know exactly who they intend for the overgrown ones to be from. There's a lot of block sets that go into Zone 1 together, right? So there's like the Quebec ones, obviously. And then there's the simple and crude, I believe it's called, wood sets that are very Zone 1-esque. There's the Lumberjack set that's very Zone 1 as well. And then there's the ancient ones. Ancient sets, there's the Lost Civilization sets. I don't know exactly what the plan would be to kind of like space those out. Hang on a second, because it wants to run ads again, and I refuse. There we go. Because we also probably have this stuff in Zone 1 as well. I think this is the Order of the Broken Knights. If you go over here, you get obviously the Gaia one. We have the knight statues back here, also attributed to, what is it, the ancient? Yeah, the ancient set and the simple set. Why the ancient statue aligned with the Gaia statue? What could this mean? You mean like these right here? Yeah. Oh, we get the two statues here for the Outlander set, of course. The Dark Temple set, I should say. Yeah, this one obviously goes with the Light Temple set, that Gaia statue. And then these two seem pretty firmly associated with Gaia as well, I have to say. And so maybe these are just like sets that the lay people would have used. Yeah, I would imagine those are like lay people sets, right? So this is what the farmers and the average denizen of Zone 1 would have lived in. These already spawn in the game. Not going to bother putting them into our little circles over there because they're not really technically unused. I think they're just like not fully fleshed out or distinct. A lot of these seem to kind of be interchangeable in some of the structures right now. In the work in progress section over here, a bunch of different block sets, some of which we've actually already talked about. Obviously, we've talked about this one. Oh, which one do we want to use for this? Maybe we try to use the bricks? We've talked about this one. Oh, no. Wait, we need another blob. We need another blob, and it's going to go back here. So, ocean clay into the ocean blob. I imagine that's going to be used by some sort of seaside or aquatic civilization in the future. It just completely makes sense. We even get the little wave motifs on the side. And as we talked about last time, the little Varen symbol as well. Oh my goodness, wait. Oh, we notice new things all the time. Look at that. That's totally the little Varen diamond as well. We get the diamond and the Varen head. Okay, yeah. So whoever used to live there totally worshipped Varen. Wow, did not even clock that before at all. Did not even notice that. But my suspicion is that this set here is going to be combined with, I think this is the right set, the aqua set. Yeah, look at the waves in that one. I think it's beautiful. I mean, come on. Come on. So yeah, these two are going to be used. These two are going to be used together. There's absolutely no way now. They both got the same fence design and everything too. That's kind of awesome. Oh, the Dark Temple pot seemingly made out of ocean clay. Let's go take a look. See, this is why the streams are better. Wait, I see exactly what you mean. Let's bring it over here. That's a very similar color palette, isn't it? What if we take it over to aqua? The bottom of it, look at that. That's a color match for sure. The bottom of it looks exactly like the aqua brick color. Wow. Okay. Should we? Okay, I'm going to put the pot over here too. I'm going to put the pot with this group. That's a good catch. That's a very good catch. So yeah, I think that's a ocean situation going on there. I think that's our ocean blocks. I swear there was one more that I thought was going to be involved in this. I don't think it's unused. What was I thinking? Ooh, I was thinking calcite. I'm pretty sure one of the only places that you find calcite right now is in the oceans and in seabeds or riverbeds or things like that, and it just works. Like that's an excellent color palette right there to build a little civilization out of. But anyways, into the rest of these. The runic bricks. These ones really interest me. I swear there's 3 sets of runic though. This is missing a set, is it not? Runic is a little, yeah, see there's an extra set. Runic's a little bit tricky right now because there's not like, all we have are bricks. We don't even get to see what the actual regular old stone looks like. It's just the brick types. But we do have another runic piece in the game, and it's this sword right here. This is the runic sword. Looks very, very fancy, very knightly. For that reason, I think that the runic stuff belongs over here. I want to point out calcite is also found in the oasis. Oh, interesting. Right, and we talked about this before, right? How, like, maybe the underwater people are an offshoot of the desert people because their structures are entirely made out of sandstone, just like the desert peoples are. That could totally go together. You're absolutely right. Good catch, once again. But yes, with the runic, my guess, this is my thinking. I think this. That's my thoughts. It's not a exact perfect color match just yet, but boy, is it close. Let me slow down. We're like zooming all over the place. Do you see? Like this color is very much in between the two of these. Very much in between the two of these. And the idea that, like, you know, this is the light temple, the people who used to worship Gaia, and we know she had some lights for her at one point in time, and this is a very, like, almost stereotypically fantasy knight sword design, is it not? So I'm thinking runic blocks, therefore, are going to end up in Zone 1. That's my guess. I could see them being like a Zone 3 situation instead for some faction that we haven't met yet. The colors could totally work well in there. But right now, I'm going to put them in here because I really think that they match with the Light Temple designs. The last few in here get a little funky, and I actually want to point out some that I've never noticed before. I didn't realize these were a thing in the game whatsoever. This is called Dawnstone. This is a developer item. So this is not officially accessible in, you know, adventure exploration. But you can pull it in creative. Dawnstone. And this is all we get of it. There's just like these few little rubble types. There's this little piece right here. I think that's just salt. I think that's sometimes they do that and it doesn't make sense. Like this is hive brick and it's next to, what is this, concrete? It doesn't make sense. But all of this is Dawnstone. And so we have a cobble variant here, and then we have just the regular old rock right here. I am going to very tentatively put it in here, because I think that that fits with the color the most. I think that it makes sense to have it in a desert place. Don't know anything else about it. Don't know anything else about it. But very excited to see if that gets expanded on in the future. And we go up here. This is ledgestone. Ledgestone is also currently not used in the game, and we have these two separate variants that are kind of similar in color. These ones are also really, really tricky because ledgestone is a real type of stone. So ledgestone refers to basically a brick setup in which there's a lot of layered overlapping small stones. And honestly, it looks more like this. This is what a ledgestone setup in real life would look like. So I don't know if they're using it to mean like the actual real life definition of ledgestone and it's just referring to the brick pattern, or if this is something else. Yeah, these are cool colors. They're very cool colors, and I would like to build with them in the game, please, Hytale. I mean that in exploration mode. I want to be able to find them. But I also don't know where these would go. I'm kind of wondering... quartzite is real too? Certainly. There's a lot of the stones that are real. Quartzite, calcite, shale, slate. But this is a little bit different in that it's not like a real type of stone. It's a type of architecture. So... I don't know. I don't know what they mean. I don't know what they're getting at. I wondered if it was like some sort of desert situation. You know, it kind of could fit in that color palette as well. It's a tricky one. We know nothing. It doesn't cleanly match any of the other block sets. I'm gonna put it in Zone 2 because I can see it fitting there, but I don't know. It honestly looks almost like it could just be made out of clay. Where's the clay? Like it could be some sort of like this. Look at this. Do you see? Do you see what I'm saying? It looks like it could be some sort of like hardened clay and it's used architecturally like that instead of as its own complete distinct thing. I don't know. I don't know. But, oh, this one's easy. This one's easy. These are incomplete sets at the moment. So like... Can you explain more on the ledgestone architecture? So it's just a way of placing bricks. In real life, ledgestone looks very much like this, where the bricks are all like kind of layered and staggered together. They're kind of like jutting out a little bit here and there. It's almost like a naturalist take on laying bricks, where it's not like a completely even brick wall. It's a little bit rough, and there's variations in shape and little ledges where the bricks stick out. But all very little bricks. They're all very small. Anyways, yeah, snow. These ones are easy, but there are these pieces that I also don't think you currently find. At least I've not seen them. Iridescent crystals. These are developer items, right? They are developer items. And then there's these that come up as iridescent blocks, but they are completely... Like, I mean, these have got to be untextured, right? These have got to be untextured. But there's those, and then there's these as well, processed iridescent stairs. I'm going to guess these all go in this same ice and snow set, and that these are all going to end up together with the ice logs, like so. I'm not popping the ice logs over here because even though they don't really generate, they do, like you can find them in chests and stuff. But icy place, icy vibes. Which brings us to one of the other ones that really confuses me, to be completely honest, and that's the peach stone. The ice thingy is pretty. It's very pretty. I like it, especially this iridescent crystal piece. Big fan. Yeah, the peach stone. So, peach stone, obviously not a real type of stone in real life. Why are you doing that? There's a few very odd things in this prefab. But yeah, there's peachstone cobble over here, and then there's the peachstone brick over here. We also still don't see, like, the actual stone. Just like the regular old stone variant. That would go right here. We just don't have them for all of these block sets at all. I'm gonna guess either 2 or 4. Peach stone, and I do not know where to put it. I do not know. I think peaches naturally grow in warmer environments, right? But I don't think they grow in a desert. So, but I don't know if that's the right way to be thinking about it. I don't know. I'm gonna put you over here. I honestly don't think it's right. I think that's wrong. But 2 also doesn't seem right. Also, we might get an ad. Looks a bit like red marble. Can see that. It does look a little bit like red marble, which also I fear could go anywhere. I don't know, if it was like a little more red, I'd be like 100% it's Zone 4. Could be Slothian related. It could be. It could be, but I don't know. Like, to my eye, it doesn't really look good with the Slothian pieces that they have. I'm not... Especially this one. I'm not gonna lie, I really don't like the way this one looks. That's just my own opinion. No, I don't think it blends well with those, because there's some of them like this amber one where it's like, yeah, they 100% just go together. They simply do. But yeah, I don't know. Let me see. Let me see if anything else. Okay, those colors are actually very, very similar. The Scarix live in Peachstone. I don't think so. Maybe the Farrens? Maybe. Maybe. Okay, we'll see both of those are like zone 2 things. I don't know. I'm gonna move them. I'm gonna move them. You guys are going over here now. I still don't know what to think about them. I still don't particularly like the cobble one. I hope they update it. I think it looks ugly. I think it looks really ugly. Okay, am I missing anything? We did these. This is just concrete, right? Yeah, it's just concrete. We don't need to do anything with the concrete. And these are all in. These are all in. I think the only other pieces that currently are not fully in are just tree sets. But I think those are like really, really obvious. I think they're very obvious. Because we can find like pieces of them already. Wait, I say they're obvious and I'm immediately lost. Where do the spiral trees go? Those are already in the game, right? Those are zone 3. Those are zone 3 because you can find them with the Hedera. And I think we decided Hedera is most likely zone 3 as well. Where's the ice? There's the ice. I seem to recall myself like 10 minutes ago saying I'm not going to bother with the tree sets. But now I have to complete the circuit. I just simply have to. Okay, this is the blue fig. Have you guys ever seen blue fig in game? I have not. I have not seen it in game. Figs grow where it's really warm though, right? Fig trees are like an arid tree, right? I think that's most of these. Oh, there's this one, of course. This one also goes into zone 3. Zone 3. Thank you for the follow. I hope you enjoy hanging out. Zone 3 for blue fig. I don't think figs grow where it's cold though. Yeah, I'm gonna keep fig over there. I think everything else is already in here. Dry. That's my favorite species of tree, just dry. I think, listen, out of all of this, I am probably the most excited to see what this becomes. Ocean civilization who worships the big bad of the game, and their civilization has sank or something. Evil Atlantis. Wait, isn't that literally the story of Atlantis, that like they sank because of their hubris? Isn't that the whole thing? I'd be interested to ogle on the decorative blocks, because the ocean one tells a story and Basalt has a dragon one. Yeah. Yeah. These are decorative columns. These are ornate. And these are decorative. Perfect. Perfect. I think these ones are easier. Wait, wasn't this the pattern on the Slothians? The Slothian iconography. And then this is totally the wind symbol. This is just our common stone variant. And calcite. What do we think? Because I said calcite, I think, is going to be associated with the sea people. I don't know. These aren't screaming sea people to me. But you do find calcite in the sea. I don't know. I don't know. Slate brick. Who lives in slate? Do we have do we have slate people? Because shale is the Outlanders, right? That's kind of why I skipped right over it, because that's just like, it's just Varan symbol. It's Outlanders. I don't know who... That is surely not the right piece of roof. I don't know who lives here. It's a Zone 3 thing, right? It's also a Zone 3 situation. I'm just trying to think like what these could possibly represent. And I genuinely do not know. It looks a little bit like a keyhole. It can't be a keyhole. And that, it almost looks like a weird little moon. I'm not sure. These ones look like waves. That one's really clear, really obvious. This one again looks very reminiscent of the wind symbol, but this is volcanic. So, ooh, that also, wait, that also kind of looks like the horned head, does it not? The slate pattern looks like a portal pattern. I could see that. I could see that. I like the design. And then, of course, we have our dragon on the basalt. On the basalt. We know, obviously, then that there's a fire dragon. And this is from Zone 4, where presumably the fire dragon would also be from. We have this same... Why does this loopy little wind symbol looking thing go everywhere? It's in like every single zone now. And I thought it was like a Zone 2 sort of situation, but I'm seeing it all over the place. This one's really obvious. This is simply the Tree of Gaia. Because the marble bricks are used in the Forgotten Temple, all of those sorts of things. The Forgotten Temple entrances. That's what you thought too when you were ogling at yourself? Yeah. Just looks vaguely cool and Mediterranean. Why is it all swirly? Like this piece? It's the same. It's the same little loopy symbol again. You see? New god incoming? I think it's associated with Gaia. I don't know. You're seeing what I'm seeing, yes? Quartzite and stone. Same sort of set. Makes sense. Both Zone 1 civilizations for the most part. What have we got here? This is limestone. Interesting. We have a very similar... It's also got that same sort of weird pattern there. This looks like a face to me. This could be many things. This is like one of those, what is it called? A Rorschach test? Rorschach. You know what I'm trying to say. Those ink blots where you look at it and you're like, what is this supposed to be? Then again, I can also look at it and like those look like wings at the top and those are antenna and it looks like a little, like, I don't know, like a moth sort of situation. Is this Scarrick? I could see like an insectoid interpretation for sure. You could say like these are like the legs coming off the sides and that's the body, wings. It could be one of those like Scarrick patrols. That's what they're called, right? That totally could be the case. Or the Empress. Oh, wait, the Empress, and that's like the abdomen with the eggs down there. Oh, wait, you read the statue, Empress. I was thinking Broodmother. Let's see what the statue looks like. Founding Builder. Yeah, this is totally a Scarrick depiction, isn't it? This is totally a Scarrick depiction. That is it. I think so. Yeah, that's totally got to be a Zone 2 situation as well. And obviously this is. We talked about this one a little bit before because I think it looks like a snake. I think that looks like a snake's face when you look straight at it. Once again, we get this very, very similar patterns on these. Like they shift a little bit, but very, very similar. Well, all of these belong to structures of people who worshipped Gaia, so I suppose that makes sense. It's a common motif among those cultures. That looks like eyes, for sure, and that looks like scales. This is our cooled magma, so once again, where the fire dragon would live. This looks so draconic. Those are scales and those are dragon eyes. I mean, listen. Let's bring it in. Fire dragon. I mean. Oh, even the roofs look like scales. We don't get too many more of these like decorative bricks when we go down here. We've already talked about these in the last video. It looks like waves, looks like Varen's head. That's a fire dragon, all right. It certainly is. It certainly is. And then these ones also have a super similar pattern. We get this thing again. Ooh, oh, it's literally the same. It's the same as the limestone. Where do we put ledgestone? Did we put it in here? We did. Oh my goodness. Vindication. Now I'm doubling down. It's Zone 2. I'm sorry. I just want to clean. There we go. Totally a Zone 2 situation, and that's all of them. That's every single one. I know that there's like other few bits of blocks like this, like the concrete pieces and everything, or like the futuristic pieces. Don't think those are gonna come in exploration mode. I don't think these metal ones are gonna come in the... Listen, there's other planets that eventually be able to visit. So maybe one of those planets will be more futuristic or like steampunky. I think that'd be really cool to see, to like provide that for different people's gameplay desires as well. But then the last piece that we don't really have fully implemented into the game, but we've also already talked about, gold. The gold blocks, 100% a Scarrick piece. So I'm going to throw these over here as well. There's so many of these that we've put in Zone 2. And there's nothing here. That's actually kind of surprising. That there's nothing there. And then I put this over here just because this is a Zone 5 situation. I'm not going to bother with a Zone 5 blob. We've given it its own complete video in the past. I wonder if we get any more hints in these, though. Let's have a moment to look at this. These blackwood pieces. Wow. That's perfect. I literally just picked it up as you said it. I see. Yeah, this would be Zone 4, right? For the blackwood pieces. I think that's Zone 4. Which is like... I mean, wait. Yeah. Oh my god. Wait. Get out the red string. Oh. Oh, wait. So this is Zone 4. This is a Zone 4 wood set. And I was just thinking like, oh, they're just like opulent, they're rich, but oh my god, inside, hidden inside the opulence. Who's that? It's the big bad. Oh, wow. Okay. That's very cool. That's very cool. Oh my gosh, and the top of it is literally the diamond. How have I never seen this before? That's very cool. Okay, so then if this legitimately is a block set for Zone 4, then some people inside of Zone 4 have been worshipping Varen. God, Varen, I see you everywhere. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. These are dark woods. What woods are dark wood? Aha! Cedar! Okay, so this is Zone 3. This is... This is a Zone 3 situation. Gosh, that took me so long. Okay, so we have a Knight Shield here. Knights of the Broken Order. That seems like a safe bet. Spread to Zone 3 as well. That's my theory. That's my thoughts. I don't think there's anything to discover here. I don't think there's anything there. Okay. Drywood. That's gotta be a Scarrick again. That's got to be a Scarrick, right? I'm thinking that this is, you know, Drywoods from Zone 2. That's another Scarrick set. Oh, hello. That's the same symbol I saw on the Farron camp. This symbol? Or this one? This one right here, right? Because it was like, it's in the wall. I think I know what you're talking about, yeah. Maybe this is a Farron wood set. Let's see, we can actually just... Drywood? Drywood. 100%. Yeah, gotta be a Farron set. This one, Golden Wood, this is just 100% from the Slothians. This is... I mean, that's a sloth face. It's an adorable, absolutely adorable sloth face. And if my face looked like that, I would also etch it onto my buildings. Greenwood. Comes from where? Where is Greenwood? Jungle. It's jungle. And Paulo. Okay. So this would be a Zone 4 situation. That makes a lot of sense. I guess this is just a frond. For a second I was like, oh, Scarrick. Yeah, I don't know if there's a deeper meaning in here at the moment. And then I was like, oh, diamonds, Varen. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. I don't think it's as conclusive as... Does that not look like... Does that not look like the Varen head again? Am I losing it? He's everywhere. He's everywhere. Okay, so this is hardwood. Yeah, it's oak, so it's just... I mean, it would also be in 2, but this is Zone 1 material. Wow, wow, wow. Lightwood, also obtainable from Zone 1, also has a giant diamond symbol in the side. Why is this actually, like, disheartening me? He's everywhere. I mean, I love it so much, but for the people, for the story in the game, I don't think I'm seeing much of anything in this. Redwood, this would be a Zone 3 situation. I don't think this one is much of anything, I'm gonna be honest. And then lastly, I think we've talked briefly about this in a previous video as well. This to me looks like one of the dinosaurs in Zone 4 with a bit in its mouth, like it has a harness, you know, for riding, like a horse. I want to see some Slothian dinosaur riders is what I'm saying. Have you built something awesome recently? Hoping it's a chalice, but no. I have. Well, I've been world genning. We can take a quick little look. I think the color changes a little bit depending on the time of day. But yeah, I've been working on these autumn pieces. I really love them. I'm very happy with how they're looking. Like, look at this. I think it's just so beautiful. I'd like to commit to making some, like, actual tree prefabs, though, because I'm just using the vanilla trees. Hey, Silo. Autumn is the best. But thanks for hanging out and chatting lore, you guys. Poll will be up tomorrow on the YouTube page in the posts section. So if you want to have a say in what we chat about the following week, then let me know. And if you have any other ideas about what you want to see, pop it in there, pop it in the Discord, wherever you want to. And I'll see you guys next time. Happy hightailing.